Welcome to the Hobart KA7E Self-Cleaning Rotisserie Oven training video. In this video, we'll review the proper setup and operation of the oven for both cooking and cleaning. Daily checks. Check the grease container to verify that it is empty. You should get in the habit of checking this every cooking cycle to ensure the container does not overflow. Check the cleaning container. Make sure there is at least 1 to 2 inches of cleaner in the bottle. When installing a new bottle of cleaner, you will notice that the bottle comes with a dip tube already inserted. It is also important to notice that the mating cap is the same color as the dip tube inside the bottle. It is important that these colors match. After you have placed the container, screw on the mating cap until it is on securely. Water connection is made at time of installation. Use only hot water for optimal cleaning results. Daily wipe down. Open the door and wipe off any residue from the overnight cleaning cycle. Take a wet cloth and rinse off any soap residue on the outside of the unit. Wipe off around the front face of the machine. Also wipe off the labyrinth around the door. You will also want to wipe off the trough just inside the door. If needed, separate the doors and clean any residue between the front and inner door. Repeat this process for the back door on pass-through ovens. In the morning, you want to make sure to take the strainers out. There will be residual chicken skin and debris on the strainers. Take them to the trash can and dump them out. Afterwards, wipe them off with a damp cloth. When putting them back in, note there is a left and a right side strainer. The right side strainer has a notch in it to go around the fill tube for the wash arm. You will slide it in this way and lock it down inside the tab in the center support. The left strainer goes in a similar way. Make sure that it sits and locks inside the support. When both strainers are in place, the wash arm will spin freely and it will be ready to clean. Controls. How to enter a program. Turn the on-off switch to on. The red light indicates the unit is powered. Select program 1 through 9. Press the P key for 3 seconds to enter program mode. The program display will show the number being programmed. Program step 1 of the selected cooking program. The time display blinks. Enter the desired cook time from 1 minute to 6 hours. Press the Enter key to accept. The temperature display blinks. Enter the desired cook temperature and press Enter to accept. Repeat the process to enter times and temperatures for steps 2 and 3 of the selected cooking program. Program step 4 of the selected cooking program. Step 4 is the hold mode that automatically executes at the end of a hold cycle. The temperature display blinks. Enter the desired hold temperature and press Enter to accept. An entry of 0 turns the hold feature off. Setting the clock. Enter the time of day with the number pad. Press clock to toggle AM or PM if needed. Press Enter to accept the entry. The clock is now set. Preheating the oven. To preheat the oven, press the number 1 key, then the Start key. This recalls the preheat program number 1 and the oven begins preheating. Preparation. While the rotisserie is preheating, bring chickens in from the cooler. Check the temperature. The raw chicken should be between 37 and 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Insert an approved pop-up thermometer into the thickest part of the chicken breast. Next, place the chicken rack on the prep table. Then place the bird cavity over the spindle on the chicken rack. Fold and cross the chicken legs and hook the leg ends underneath the side rods of the chicken rack. Fold the wings behind the bird. Repeat all the steps for all the racks and place on the cart. Loading the oven. Load the birds directly from the cart into the preheated oven. Move rotor by pushing large push button on the front of the machine to start and stop the drum rotation. Load every other spit position until all spits are in position. For example, load the first position, skip the second, load the third, skip the fourth, etc. Cooking. After you have closed the door, press the number 2 key, then the start key to begin cooking. This recalls cook program number 2, and the programmed cook cycle begins. At the end of the cook cycle, check chicken for proper internal temperature. To use the probe, place the probe in the product and hold the probe key down for 3 seconds. The temperature of the chicken will display in the temperature screen. If more time is needed, press the Add 5 minutes button. At the end of a cook cycle, when the beeper sounds, press the Silence Alarm button. The oven will go into Step 4, the automatic hold cycle if so programmed. Optional pass-through controls operation. If using the optional pass-through controls, after a cooking cycle has been completed, the beeper sounds and the oven automatically executes the hold cycle, Step 4 of the cooking program. Press snooze to silence the beeper and add 10 minutes of cook time. Press silence to silence the beeper and to enter hold mode, or press stop to end the cooking cycle. Unloading. Use the rotate button on the front of the oven to start and stop the drum. Remove the rack from the rotisserie by holding it at each end. Place the birds on a tray by tilting the rack towards the tray. Cleaning. Empty the grease container again at the end of the day. It is important to make sure the grease container does not overflow. Recheck the chemical bottle. Make sure you have about 1 to 2 inches of chemical in the bottle. The rotor remains in the oven for cleaning. Remove any debris, bones, or pieces of skin from the drip trays. Make sure the on-off switch is still in the on position. Press the clean button and walk away. The oven will automatically execute the cleaning cycle. The cleaning cycle takes approximately 2 hours. Do not be tempted to press the stop key, rotate, pause key, or on-off switch during this time. By pressing these buttons, you will interrupt the cleaning cycle. It will cause the machine to clean poorly and may add as much as 1 hour of rinsing time in the morning for the morning shift. The complete cleaning cycle takes approximately 2 hours and will consist of a preheat, degrease, wash and soak cycle, post-rinse, and drying cycle. When the cleaning cycle is complete, the machine returns to an idle state and it is ready for its wipe down and daily checks in the morning. Weekly delime. In order to reduce limescale buildup on the interior of the oven, it is recommended to perform the delime cycle approximately once a week. In addition to keeping the machine clean and shiny, the delime procedure also reduces maintenance and prolongs the life of the machine by reducing foam residue buildup in the oven's internal plumbing. The deliming procedure is intended to be run after the oven has been cleaned. Remember to check and/or empty the grease container before running the delime cycle. To delime, press the clean key. Then press the 0 key within 20 seconds. The oven's display will then prompt you to add vinegar. Open the door and add a half a gallon of apple cider vinegar. The delime cycle takes approximately 1/2 hour and consists of a spray, rinse, and dry cycle. When the delime cycle is complete, the oven returns to an idle state and it is ready for use.